It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where division rivals will...
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Going right back to Wilson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. Wilson snags it left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. In motion right is Wilson. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, it's Kamara. Shedding the tackle. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Kamara up the middle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And he's certainly coming off a very tough rookie campaign, but he showed flashes of why he was the #1 overall pick. Now starting over in year 2 with a brand new coaching staff, I expect Bryce Young to show the world his talents in full.
Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now he can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Young now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw, Young. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Young will set to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year #2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Now after the INT, it's Carr. There's Chris Olave. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 40. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
To throw, it's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Carr again. Touchdown! A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Young to throw it. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 27-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. In motion left, that's Thielen. Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They go play action. Young, short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. Caught. It's Wilson. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Carr now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Room to maneuver at the 45. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 65 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here is Young. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Now Young. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing, Young. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Colin Saunders gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, Young. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Carr going to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. To throw, Young. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, it's Thomas.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Johnson, the man in motion right. Young now. That one complete to again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Young to throw it. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now Carr. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. To throw is Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Here's Lou Hedley now. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now here's Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Young. Thomas. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Groupie for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throw is going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Here's Carr to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Complete. It's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now is Carr. Again, it's Johnson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We saw a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told, and he's likely not done yet. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Carr. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion right here comes Johnson. Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw, Young. Steps away to his left. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. And Charles, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Young. This is caught, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Adam Thielen, 30 yards. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. To about the 35, 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Carr going to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Brown does a really nice job here getting home. Excellent interior pass rusher, and he's developed into the player the Panthers hoped when they selected him in the top 10 a few years ago.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Young.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. It's Young off play action.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So now out is the Panther offense as he'll come in and go for the 2-point try.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Following the interception, Young. It's complete. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On play action, now Carr. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. In motion, the tight end. Now here's Young. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Young now. And he fires one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
But you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Young working out of the gun. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Carr. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Carr now to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Now Carr again.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now a play fake. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action now. Dalton. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Marshall, the man in motion.
Passing, it's Dalton. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Olave motioning to the left.
To throw, it's Carr. Wilson's got it complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Carr.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing now is Carr.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carr to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Derek Brown in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 6. Now Marshall coming in motion right. Throwing. Dalton. He's got a man. That's Marshall. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, Panthers.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
So Dalton now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On the give, this is Hubbard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Saints will have the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Carr going to throw. Olave holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Carr to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
To throw is Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. And in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
To throw is Carr. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now Young and the Panthers down by 15. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Dalton. That's into the hands of Marshall. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Dalton. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Dalton. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they will take a knee here. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.